Needless to say, it's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. Now, this video is none other than my Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8 Part 3 reunion review, y'all. Once again, my blood pressure has been ran up through the damn roof, and I be wondering how I'm gonna survive all of this. At the end of all of this, I'm gonna have to get an Ozempic shot because my blood pressure gonna be too high. I'm gonna need an Ozempic shot after this. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Now, first off, I want to say this. I am very happy. I'm very happy because I heard through the grapevine that Robin Dixon ended up getting her walking papers. We'll be talking about that later. And I also heard that Candace is pregnant. We'll also talk about that later, amongst a couple other things like Drake dissing Kendrick and everything that has fallen off thereafter. Okay. So first off, how y'all doing? Welcome to the chat. Okay. I hope y'all, are seated and y'all are ready to get into this because for some reason y'all like to see me get my blood pressure up. I don't know why, but y'all love this. So I guess, we have a toxic relationship, right? Now, let's get started. So we start off the reunion here. We all the men come out, right? All the men except for Juan Dixon, Robin, everybody else, man, showed up except for Juan Dixon. Meanwhile, you got all the damn questions for for Chris. The real question you should be asking Robin is why your man ain't there or lack thereof. I just don't understand how we asking 101 questions to Chris about what his peen may allegedly be doing, but at the end of the day, your man is in thin air. We need to talk about that. But let me go on. Now, moving forward from, Candace and Chris getting grilled by Robin, my man ain't here. You lucky Juan Dixon is not here right now. Dixon. We get into Mia. Now, I have a couple of things that I want to say about Mia and this whole thing that I heard on this reunion. Now, I want to say this. Mia had let us know that there were deeper issues between her and Gordon that, were more than meets the eye. And, originally we all thought that Gordon was placed out of the company because he was out here, blowing all of his money just to keep Mia around. We all thought that, Gordon was out here finessing the company. We all thought that Mia was just ready to go and get into a new relationship after, the well ran dry. But come to find out, Gordon had really decided to take a really brave step and admit that he suffers from bipolar disorder type 1. And I really thought that was a very, 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 very brave thing to do. And it kind of brought me a different light to Mia. Not completely, though. She's still at 6'1" male. That 6'1" Hispanic male. Okay. But at the end of the day, I really started to think, maybe she really does love this man. Maybe I got it wrong. And love can have so many different forms. Or it may, just be a certain type of, friend type of love that's now left, and the in love, type of relationship love is gone, but he basically let us know that Mia is not the villain that we all thought that she was. She, that she was actually doing a lot for him. When the kids had went to South Carolina and she was in DC still, she was actively, Michael, cut it out. That she was, breaking up with him because he had suffered a lot of episodes where he would lock her in the room, where he would do certain things to her, and not even remember it. And if y'all don't remember, back a couple months ago, I would say maybe 5 or 6, a little bit before the season started, Gordon had went to TMZ and had stated all of Mia's business, had called her everything except the child of God. Then he went and proceeded to message Candace and Wendy and Karen, who are all Mia's ops, and tell her all of the business that Mia had going on. And he said that it was because he was suffering from an episode, and he also said that this was the reason why he was also taken out of the company. I was very shocked because I didn't really think that it was going to be that was what was going to be told to us. I thought, and this is me, I thought that Mia was going to announce that she pregnant with that side nigga baby. Raise your hand in the chat if y'all also thought that, because I thought that Mia was going to announce that she pregnant. Okay, I thought that she was gonna say, "Hey, y'all, so I got a gut full of, the DJ / rapper / side nigga, inside me, and I'm leaving Gordon." But needless to say, Gordon basically takes a lot of the responsibility for the relationship ending, and he also says that he believes that if he did not suffer from what he suffers from, then Mia would have still been there, and if he had gotten handled sooner, he would still be in a better place with Mia. And I was like, now I was like, now Gordon, I applaud your honesty, but Gordon, I think we're gonna have to be a little bit honest about this, bruh. I don't think, even if you did have your right mind going, that you would still. Well, then again, because maybe if he had his right mind, y'all, he wouldn't have been taken out of the company. He would have still had that money. Okay. But my thing is this: are we gonna wonder why he's comfortable and why he's completely okay with Mia having a whole side nigga that showed up to his house trying to take his son forcibly? Can somebody raise your hands if y'all confused about that? Because I'm wondering why the hell that's not being questioned. I'm wondering why that's not a thing that we're talking about. It's like we're just completely okay with the fact that she has a side man and the man showed up to your house, G. I would take that as a form of disrespect. Like, G was a little bit too happy, saying, "Hey, guy, hey, what's up, guy? Hey, what's up, man?" When the man was on the phone talking to Mia, but this is the same man that tried to kidnap your son. Like, is that like not weird to y'all? I mean, Mia did start crying, right? She started crying and all of that stuff, when it got to it. But I was like, I 100% understand the whole tears and things, but why are we not questioning the fact that a random man came to your house and tried to abduct your child? Like, is that not, why wasn't nobody talking about that? Okay, but I'll move on. So as we go on, Giselle decides to ask, well, what's going to happen to Gordon now and that you're leaving? She says that Gordon is moving across the street and that Gordon is, still going to be getting money from her, still going to be getting taken care of and all of these things. And in my mind, I'm wondering, Giselle, why do you even care? You don't give a damn about Gordon, Giselle. Shut up. Shut up. You don't care about her. You always in everybody's business. Instead of asking about who's gonna take care of Giselle, who's gonna take care of Giselle? Forget who gonna take care of Gordon. Who gonna take care of Giselle when she get old? Cause the damn sure ain't gonna be them twins and that girl, that little girl. It ain't gonna be Grace, Adore, and Adoration. It ain't gonna be them 3 kids. They ain't gonna take care of you, Giselle. We need to understand who gonna take care of Giselle, cause it damn sure ain't gonna be that man from Winter House. Cause I saw him cuddled up with a snow bunny. That's the real questions that we need to ask. And we also need to wonder why that man ain't here. Can we also ask that, y'all? We need to understand who gonna take care of. Like, that's something that I feel that needs to be answered. Right? Now, moving on from that, much, I'm happy that Gordon is getting his stuff taken care of. I'm glad that he's taking his health seriously. Big ups to him. Okay, let's move on. Now we move on from Gordon and Mia's section. Getting them out of the way. Now all the men are gone. All the men are gone, y'all. Now we start talking about Neka and Wendy. Or all the men aren't gone. Shit, I don't know. But I just know we start talking about Neka and Wendy. Now, this is when we start asking the questions of, okay, Wendy, did you know Neka? She says, no, I did not know her like that. Neka says, that's a lie. You seen me in multiple places a lot of the times. You seen me on more than a few occasions. And then I had to say, pause. Because I remember on the show, that you had said that you didn't know Wendy in your confessionals. You said that you didn't know Wendy. You had also said that you were confused if Wendy was a doctor or not, but how do you expect Wendy to know you? Is somebody going to answer that for me? Like, that's what I was confused about, was the fact that we were sitting here talking about the fact that Wendy is supposedly knowing you, but you're in your own confessionals during the season saying that you don't know Wendy. And I think it's quite strange for us to try to make it a way to say that Wendy knew Neka just because she seen her in an open location. Just because I see a bitch in a mall like 3 or 4 times don't mean I know that hoe, right? It just means I seen her. I know of her. I know she cute. I know she got a nice weave. Well, in Neka case, I know she got a stiff weave and I know her makeup don't match, but I don't know that girl outside of that. And that's what Wendy's point was. Now, I don't know when they started breaking the fourth wall and breaking. See, this is my thing. See, this is why I have a problem with this motherfucking show. See, y'all want to do shit that y'all don't do for other shows. Y'all don't never break the other fourth wall when it comes to these other fucking shows. But y'all want to break the fourth wall and try to make Wendy look bad. So this is when Andy lets us know that he wanted Neka to come up under Wendy. So basically, you letting us know that this shit is fake and these bitches really don't know each other that well, right? Now, Wendy said that she did not want to bring Neka under her on the show because she did not know her. Now, although we all know that that's very common, for this, for the franchise to have people, hey Barb, for the franchise to bring people in on the show that don't really know each other but claim that they're friends. I think that we all have to pause for a second. Right? We all have to use our strong thinking. Now, Neka is the in-law of a bitch I don't fuck with who kind of used my name to get a free BBL, right? I don't really fuck with that hoe like that. So why the fuck would I want to bring in a woman who's kin to somebody I don't fuck with and expect her to have loyalty to me and not expect her cousin, or her in-law to come in and try to start drama with me. So I see that Wendy was like, I see where this is going. She's cool. She's cool with Lebe. I don't really see it for Lebe like that. I don't really want to do that. And on top of that, I have an actual friend named Kiarna that I'll actually want to bring in. And my thing is this. These, like, Candace and Wendy literally have the whole cast against them. They going against everybody, right? They're going against everybody. They're going against Giselle. They're going against Robin. They're going against Mia, and Karen is just there to watch them get beat down, right? We've kind of established that. So in my opinion, I'm thinking about this from my own perspective, that if I'm on a show where it's literally like I'm a fish in a room full of sharks, I want to bring somebody on who I know I can trust, who I know has my back. Because at this point, Everybody else is untrustworthy, right? So therefore, I want to bring somebody that I trust. I don't feel that Wendy felt that she could trust Naka. I'm not about to bring on another bitch on the show that through me that's gonna turn on me and act crazy with me and hop on the Green Eyed Bandits train, right? I don't want to do that. I'd rather bring on somebody who's my real friend, who has real things going on, who has a real, real business, real money, real ducats, that can come in and, not necessarily be my sidekick or anything else, but be my real friend, because these other hoes on the show, they's not doing that for me. So I'm not going to bring on a random girl just because we both African and say, hey, this is my friend, when I'm not really cool with her and she's related to somebody I really don't fuck with like that. That's no. I don't know why everybody else was so confused by this, because it seems that a lot of people do not think that Wendy was right in her decision making, and she felt that she didn't want, Naka on the show. But I don't feel it was that way. It was her saying, I'd rather have somebody come up under me who I'm close with, who I'm friends with, and who I can trust. Y'all already have the whole cast against me. Why do I have to bring on somebody else that don't really mess with me like that? If I want to bring a friend on, can they be my real friend? Since everybody else here is fucking, friends and shit. We got Robin and Giselle sharing fucking beds together. We got Karen and, Giselle claiming that they, that, no matter how much they fight, they gonna always be together. Maki Dada, it's like, can I have a friend? Can I have a real friend instead of some random African lady that y'all just want me to be cool with because we both African? Okay, is it just me? Is it just me? Put a 1 in the chat if it's just me. Put a 2 in the chat if I sound like I'm making sense. Okay, so this is when we see the whole discourse between Naka and Wendy. Now, Naka decides to have a conversation about the whole Osu topic. Now, it started off like this. So we get into her saying that she had put her best foot forward and moving forward with Wendy, but Wendy was not open to it. Right? She said Wendy was not open to it. Wendy responded and said, I said that we can be cordial and that we could be in the same space. I didn't say, that I can't be around you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to it wasn't like that. I just said that we can coexist. And this is when they're asking Wendy to take accountability. And Wendy is wondering, take accountability for what? What exactly am I taking accountability for? Because you decided to call my mama a witch. You decided to call me a bitch. You decided to go to all of these other colorist bitches on the show and talk about my mama like a dog. And not only that, you had did it after you had already had a conversation about me being Osu with Ashley. So after all of that, then you call my mama a witch? Basically reiterating what had already been said. Mind you, let's all remember this. Naka did not hear this from Wendy's mom. Naka is hearing this from Lebe, her in-law. Her in-law that Wendy had fell out with. Lebe had said that she got a call from Wendy's mama. Lebe had said that Wendy mama was saying that she was going to do witchcraft on Naka. Naka did not hear any of those words. Naka never spoke to Wendy's mom. Naka never had an exchange with Wendy's mom before, but she decided to get on this cast and perpetuate a stereotype about African people being into witchcraft and voodoo and stuff like that. And I'm not saying voodoo or witchcraft is necessarily a bad thing. Everybody's entitled to their own, religious beliefs, but it's the thing about you trying to reiterate or trying to solidify a rumor that my family is Osu. That's what you're doing in layman's terms. So after we already had the conversation with Ashley about you calling me Osu and then she doubled back and, tried to take it back. It's kind of strange now how you are going to therefore go have a conversation with these same women about my mom being a witch and putting hexes on you. So much so that the women on the cast are calling my moms all type of shape-shifting birds, like Mia did, saying that my mom is evil, trying to claim that my mom is the downfall of their marriage, like Juan's dick going into Canadian bitches in hotel rooms is not the downfall of Robin's marriage. But I'm supposed to forgive you, right? Because you just said sorry. Girl, fuck you. Forever. Because this goes past just us having a discourse. This is you basically weaponizing our culture against me to people who are ignorant. You're basically promoting xenophobia. Why would I ever want to be cool with you after that? Girl, it's fuck you for life because you knew better. I don't give a damn if you apologize. You knew better. You're African just the same way I'm African. So for you to even allow these women to perpetuate this conversation, not even knowing the gravity on what it means to be Osu in our community, I can't even fuck with you off the strength of that. And then you're going to go and go tell these people that my mom is a witch? And then you gonna call me a bitch. And then your husband damn near tried to fight my husband over a Facebook friend request. And then you getting in my face. And I gotta say, no. You, that stiff wig, and that ill matching foundation, I don't want no parts. And I don't blame Wendy for that. I don't. And I think it's quite strange that we're trying to force Wendy to forgive something that we don't even know the brevity of. Right? That's like let me try to relate it to our own culture, Black culture, as in African Americans. Now, that's like me and somebody else on a TV show. Let's say me and Bob. Me and Bob are both Black. Me and Bob both came from the same city. We both came from, Las Vegas, Nevada. We both are from that city, and we're on a show in another country where everybody else is completely different from us. I've already had my own issues with these people in their convenient, unforgiveness about my behavior when they have wronged me. Now, you decide to come onto the show and let's say this. You decide to say, Jeremy, you are a whistleblower, you are a fake activist or whatever the case may be. You out here whining about police brutality. We're in a whole nother country. They don't know all of the stuff going on in our own country in America. And I hear that you had a conversation about this. Now, me and you being from the same place and us dealing with the same level of scrutiny in our own country, I would expect you to at least afford me the decency to shut down that conversation if this random person in this other country says, hey, I heard that Jeremy is over here talking about police brutality. He he don't really know anything about that. And I'm like, okay, well, why are you even entertaining this conversation? Why are you even doing that? And then you go as too far to say that my family is a family full of criminals when I'm up here trying to promote anti-police brutality and bring awareness to this in another country. So basically, you call my family criminals. You say that you don't know if I'm a criminal or not, and you say that I'm faking caring about police brutality. And we're from the same place. You know how much it affects me because it affects you the same way. But you don't check anybody around you. You allow them to dog me out, and you promote a bias against me when you perpetuate stereotypes about me and where I come from, knowing that they don't have any understanding about what we go through in our culture as a Black African American culture in the US. But but then you just say sorry. But now everybody calling my mama a criminal, saying that my mama got felonies. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I'm trying to relate it to something that we care about and that you know that we're going through actively right now. Right? So that, to me, that's why I'm looking at everybody else like, okay, yeah, she said that she's sorry. We can coexist. But outside of that, I don't have anything for you. Not to mention the fact that Neka kept on saying over and over again, even when they had to sit down, that your mom was out here trying to cast spells on me. And you know what that's like. And I know that's your mom. And I know that you don't want to talk about it. But, at the end of the day, that hurt me. Once again, you're on national syndicated television calling my mom a witch. Now you're crying, saying that, my mom hurt you. Once again, you didn't even hear my mom say these words. You never heard my mom say any of this. You're hearing second-hand accounts from this bitch named Lebe, the same bitch that lied and said that, that I'm her reference for her to get a BBL. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, you never really took accountability. You never took those words back. You said, I'm sorry, but you definitely stood 10 toes down and calling his lady mom a witch when you never heard her say anything to you. You never talked to her. You're hearing secondhand information from a cousin-in-law. And I'm saying, okay, even if you did believe her, Neka, it would behoove you to at least not even bring that on the show because you didn't hear it yourself. And if you did have a problem with what she said and how it bothered you, why did you not pull Wendy aside and have a conversation with her? Why didn't you go have a dinner, a one-on-one with her by yourself and let her know how you feel, what you've been hearing, and see what she felt about it as a one-on-one instead of bringing it up in front of a table with all her enemies there? You didn't do that. You definitely came in hot. You definitely tried to comfort that lady. And then you realized how dumb you looked probably halfway through. And you realize that at this point, you're really not getting invited to stuff, certain events. Every single time somebody has a camera on you, it's only to talk about Wendy, and you wanted to change that narrative. But it was too late, sis. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It was too late. Too late. Thank you for the apology. We can coexist. I will notice you. I will notice that you're in the room. I will notice your presence. But outside of that, no. And why would you want to be friends with somebody who you feel is trying to cast spells on you? Why would you want to be my friend and move forward with me if you feel like my mama is in some type of shrine trying to hex you? Why would you even why would you even do that? Wouldn't you try to stay as far away from me as possible? How that makes sense, Neka? How that makes sense? It doesn't. And this is why we say that this show is some bullshit, because if I'm just a regular viewer, congratulations to Neka. Hopefully after the baby come out, she could find, some foundation to match her neck. But at the end of the day, congratulations to her on her baby if she is pregnant. However, I'm still trying to understand how I'm a viewer who graduated from business school. I have no experience in film, television, production, any of those things. And I could come up with better questions than the fucking production team came up with. Everything to me seemed to try to paint Wendy as some sort of, antagonist, some sort of villain, and Neka as this cherub, that was hurt by Wendy. And then we asking Wendy to take accountability. Wendy never did anything to you. Wendy didn't call you a bitch. Wendy didn't call your mama a witch. Wendy didn't entertain a conversation about you being Osu. Wendy never did those things. But you did that to her. What exactly does Wendy need to apologize for? And I know we all saying for the crackhead comment. We all know NECA ain't no crackhead. We all know if we say you smoking crack, that means that you acting dumb. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Duh. Are you dumb? In my Remy Ma shoot 'em up voice. Right? That's what it means. But even then, Wendy decided to take accountability and apologize for that. So I was like, okay, Wendy, you got it. You apologize. But somehow we're still trying to sit here and blame everything on her. Pause. Now, Andy decides to ask a valid question that we all need to understand. And he asks, so Wendy, what exactly is Osu? This is when Wendy says, actually, since Ashley brought it to the show and she brought it up, Ashley, what does it mean? Here is Ashley. Well, I don't know what it is, but I do know I did not mean to harm you in any way upon bringing it up. This is when I have to call bullshit, Ashley. You definitely knew what the fuck it meant. You knew it wasn't good. This is my fucking thing, y'all. The girl was talking about the headline in an article. The article broke down what Osu meant in the article. She read the article. She knew exactly what Osu meant. You brought up the article because you read the article. The article came out in 2022, forehead. But you chose to bring up this article 2 years after the fact. After, mind you, this article came out right after season 5 came out. Right after season 5 wrapped up and Monique smoked Giselle like a Mississippi short pack. It was an article about Wendy being Osu, and that's the article that was referenced that Ashley was talking about. Why did you wait 2 years or a year and a half to bring up this article? Coincidentally, when a woman that's also African, that's also Nigerian, comes on the show that I'm necessarily not exactly cool with or not exactly close to, and you decide to ask her about it and bring up the whole topic of being Osu. And then Candace asked another question and she said, okay, well, if you feel that way, why didn't you bring it up to Wendy? And then she said, because, when NECA came onto the show, I felt like it was a good opportunity to, ask her about it. And then they both say convenient, which it is. And my thing is this, in the midst of Ashley trying to speak, answer the question that Wendy talked to her about, NECA is trying to pipe up. And every single time NECA says, this is Wendy. NECA tries to talk, Wendy shuts her mouth. NECA tries to interrupt again, Wendy shuts her mouth. Let Ashley answer this question. It's so funny, NECA, how you tried to say, okay, I'm back. It's so funny how you tried to say, NECA, why weren't you more mad at Ashley than you were at me? Okay, if she's supposed to feel like that, like you claim that she should have on the show, which I also agree with, then why are you trying to speak up on Ashley's behalf when she's getting badgered about what she brought up to the show? Why are you trying to interrupt and speak on Ashley's behalf if you truthfully wanted me to come at Ashley about what she said? And why didn't you also have an issue with Ashley? Knowing how deep this conversation is in your own culture. Why weren't you more upset at Ashley that she had told Wendy that you had called Wendy Osu? And now we're at the reunion, and you are sitting here trying to speak up on Ashley's behalf when she needs to answer for her actions, which lets me know exactly what I always knew about you. You a shucker and jiver. And I heard that you from Wisconsin. And I heard that your middle name Colleen. And I know any Colleen from Wisconsin is a Republican. And I wouldn't be surprised if you were. And I also saw you hanging out with Anne Marie, who's also a Republican. Mm, 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 mm. I really feel like, am I just a critical thinker? Am I a critical thinker? Or is like, am I biased? I don't know, y'all. I really do feel like I review the shows 100% unbiased. I call everybody out. You can check all of my content that I've made. I don't have favorites on shows. Now I have people that I like the most who are kind of my favorites, but I don't spare anybody in my reviews. If I feel that you're wrong in a situation, you're wrong. If I feel that you are dead, if I feel like you're acting dumb, you're acting dumb. If I feel like you're not doing what you need to do, you're not doing what you need to do. Right? And also, pause real quick. I'm going to take a side step and show y'all something. And I'm gonna say shout out to Barb Meets World, because she sent it to me. She sent it to me, but T brought it to my attention. But she sent me more, the website link and everything else like that. I'm gonna go to the directory first. Okay, I'm gonna go to the directory first. Now, I'm about to show y'all this real quick, and I want y'all to see what I'm seeing. Now, this is Neka's bar. Her bar. Her bar membership. For as an attorney. This is the DC bar. She is inactive, meaning that she cannot practice law in DC. She's in good standing, although there are people that are saying that she is, suspended. Now, this is what I actually see on the site. I know that some people probably, photoshopped it. Now, this is what I'm seeing here. As you can see, her name is Colleen. Colleen. Damn Colleen. Colleen, 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 Colleen. I'm begging of you, please don't say oh Sue. Now, listen. So this is what I see. So it's basically saying her name is Neka Colleen. Now, don't even motherfucking ask me how to say her last name. Now, I don't specialize in Nigerian last names. That's not my specialty. Maybe it's somewhere in the blood type, but however, I'm not no first, second, or third generation. Okay, I'm probably a 28th generation twice removed. It's been a while since my blood been in the motherland. But this is Neka, and this is what they saying. Allegedly, they saying that this is her bar membership, which is inactive. Now, I can't confirm or deny if she is Neka Colleen Egbujobi Egbujiobi. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even gonna butcher it, y'all. I have a lot of respect for my African people. But this is what I'm saying. You on the show dragging Wendy's education, saying that she ain't no real doctor, talking about how you a lawyer. You got everybody talking about how Wendy is jealous of you, and you can't even practice law in the city that y'all live in. That's what's surprising to me. Literally. But I'm gonna move on. But like I said, forehead is getting badgered and Neka is trying to speak up for her. Why are you talking on her behalf? You should be letting her get grilled. But the thing about it is you're speaking up for her because you're not truthfully upset about what she said, which lets me know, like I said, that you're a shucker and jiver. You give me Republican, you give me, I go to, to the Candace Owens party, parties. Candace Owens throws some good parties. You give me that. Because you already let us know that you don't even care if these people pronounce your name wrong. You just accept it. What the fuck I look like just accepting bitches pronouncing my motherfucking name wrong because they just choose not to have the energy to understand my motherfucking name? The fuck? The fuck I look like? The fuck I look like allowing you to mispronounce my name just because y'all are lazy? And when a fellow African who you claim don't like you, who you claim never wanted you on the show, corrects them on your behalf to say your name correctly, you tell her no, it's okay. They can say it however they want. Girl, what? So you telling me you don't even give a fuck about your own name? You don't even give a fuck about your own name. Which lets me know that's why you probably didn't give a fuck about trying to drag Wendy's family's name with these Osu allegations. And yes, you probably didn't say that her family was Osu, right? But you let us know that you feel that her family practices witchcrafts and, puts hexes on people and has shrines dedicated to try to harm people, which is reaching into that Osu territory of immorality. Like, I don't know. I know I'm not dumb. I know I'm not. But I feel like everybody else is trying to convince me that I am. I'm thinking critically and logically. And to me, it's no reason why I should be shocked that Wendy don't want to fuck with you. And I don't understand why everybody else is trying to villainize Wendy for not wanting to fuck with you either. You don't even fuck with yourself. I guarantee you, your motherfucking ass was going by Colleen in Wisconsin. You ain't gonna convince me otherwise, Colleen. I know you only started getting called Neka when you got on this show. I know you told bitches that they could call you Colleen if it's too difficult. I know, I feel it in my bones that you said that, in my opinion, allegedly. I know damn well you probably one of those women like, girl, you don't have to call me Neka. You can just call me Colleen. And why the fuck? Where did Colleen even come from? And I thought that you was from Nigeria. Why are people saying that you're from Wisconsin? Why? It's not like I have a nose piercing. I have a nose piercing, bitch. Calm down. My nose is clean. And I have one on both sides now. But listen, back to what I was saying. Like, it's not making sense to me why people want to convince us to hate Wendy for not wanting to befriend Neka. Right? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I feel like they're trying to insult our intelligence and trying to push a narrative to make us feel something that does not make sense. Why would Wendy want to be cool with Neka after all of the stuff that Neka's done? When Neka had ample responsibilities, I mean, not responsibilities, but ample opportunities to correct all of this immediately when she came on the show. When you got on the show, you didn't act like you were upset that Wendy didn't ask you to be on the show. You said that you didn't know Wendy. You said that you didn't know her. When you talked to Robin, you said that you did not know Wendy. That's what you said. You said that. But now you're on the show acting like you knew Wendy, and Wendy is acting like she didn't know you. Y'all both didn't know each other that well. I said both of my nostrils appeared. I'm not about to argue with you. Let me excuse you up out of here, girl. I'm not. I'm gonna time you out. But like I'm saying, like I don't think that we're understanding the gravity of what we're seeing here on how Naka is weaponizing her own culture to try to damage another's reputation that is in the same culture. And I think that is quite strange to me how Wendy has been going and literally fighting since she got on the show for respect. And then you come on and dog pow more onto her. Michael, what did you do? Hold on, y'all. My dog is acting. Michael, if you don't get that out of your mouth, what is wrong with you? Are you crazy? Child, give me this too. Give me the stuffed animal as well. You'll get it back when I'm done. You'll get it back when I'm done, buddy. I'm sorry, excuse me. But like I was saying, now Wendy is completely valid in how she feels towards Naka to me. And I think that Naka and her really could have been a solid team. And it really would have been amazing to see both of them team up to go against Ashley and really question her. But we already see where Naka's loyalty lies based on her trying to defend Ashley's behavior and bringing up the whole Osu conversation in general. So it's no excusing it. And I'm happy that you're gone. And I'm so happy that Naka is fired. Goodbye. We do not return to sender. We do not want Naka on the show. And I'm so happy that they understood that. I wish you well in your pregnancy, sir. I wish you well in your pregnancy, sir. But at the end of the day, we're good on it. Okay? We're completely fine with you going about your way. Take you, your husband that you talk bad to, and go about your way. And I think if you really moved to DC to the Potomac area just to get on this show and you got kicked off after one season, bitch, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, Colleen. That's embarrassing, Colleen. That's embarrassing. Y'all, like Michael is sitting. Michael had my fingernail clipper. He took it off my nightstand and he had it in his mouth. Like, what are you doing? Like, he's like, if y'all ever have a dog, know that 99% of your job is trying to help them not kill themselves. I mean, not unalive themselves, excuse me. But like, yes. Now let's move on. Now we get to the infamous fight. Now this is where my blood pressure is about to go up. Let me take a deep breath because I don't think that I'm worried. I don't think I can handle any more of this, y'all. But I'm trying. Now we get to the fight. They say that, Ashley and Giselle had a tacky ass fashion show and we see how it went. Some tacky ass models, some tacky ass fashion walks, and some tacky ass fashion with some tacky ass women there. Okay. It is anybody surprised about this tacky ass fashion show? I know I'm not. Okay. Now listen. Now we get into the altercation. Oh, y'all, I'm almost done with this review. And then we can move on to the rest of the topics. Robin being fired, Neka being fired, and Candace being pregnant. Oh, I'm so happy I only got a little bit to go on this. It wasn't a lot to talk about, thank God. God is good. But listen, we get into the topic of the fight, right? And we go into the altercation, how it involved Kiarna. And this is when we're asking Candace to explain what happened, right? Candace says, I was in my own world, dancing, having a good time with my drink, good energy. Me and Ashley are cool. I'm having fun. I get approached by a large mammalian animal named Deborah, named Deborah, and she says, do you have anything you want to say to me? I said, no, I have nothing to say to you. Please get this woman away from me. But you have so much stuff to say online, is what Candace said next, And then this is when Candace responds with, somebody get this vermin away from me. She completely turns her head, walks away. And that's when she says, Deborah cocked back her hoof and tossed a drink. Now I didn't know hoofs can hold drinks and glasses and shit like that, but it's a lot of evolution going on. I attribute that shit to radioactivity and genetic growth hormones and shit. It's a lot of modified animals nowadays. So Deborah could be one of those. Deborah decides to throw the drink. This is when she picks up the bottle. Now, when she picks up the bottle, now she doesn't know what's going to happen. This is when the bottle is taken out of her hand. Immediately when she picked up the bottle, Ashley was already there taking it out of her hand. It wasn't no long fight to rip the bottle out of Candace's hand the way to Sharice and Ashley tried to act. She picked up the bottle and Ashley said, girl, give me this damn bottle. That's exactly how it happened. We watched the video. Actually, because I love receipts, y'all. I love receipts. We can pull up the altercation and we can see it real quick ourselves. Let me pull it up. Candace and Deborah, the mammalian animal fight. Let me type that. Okay. We're going to go to TMZ. TMZ has it. I'm going to share my screen, share this tab, and I'm going to make sure it's on here. Okay. Now we're going to go to TMZ. Now, they know damn well I don't want no commercial. We're just gonna bop our heads real quick like we hearing our a good ass song, or something. Cause I don't want to hear them really talk. I'm here for the shits. Period. Okay. Now let's watch what happens. Well, hold on. That's it. That's not the full video. I want to see the full one. I want to see the full video. Hold on. It should be, or I could probably find it on YouTube. Let's go there. Let's go there, y'all. It is 10:24. I have to be off here by 11:15. Candace, Deborah fight footage or fight video. Okay, a clearer version obtained by TMZ. I'm pretty sure they had it at another angle too, y'all. I'm pretty sure they had it at another angle. Let me try to find another one. I see my girl Shayla Set has it, but I'm looking for something more so that is solely just the video, not anybody else. Y'all, am I tripping? They had you could find it. You used to be able to find the video everywhere. Now I can only see the portion of Kiana punching Deborah in the face. I would go to my own video, but y'all, it was a real deep breakdown, and I'm just trying to get to this point real fast. I'll look at another place. Y'all ignore my YouTube searches. I love boxing. Y'all don't know that about me. I love a lot of things that I don't talk about. Okay. All right. Let me try to look one more time. Deborah, Candace, altercation. It's not showing it. I can't. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But like it showed. I'll pull it off. I'll take this off. It showed Deborah coming over there trying to talk to Candace. Candace ignored her, walked, and Deborah tried to throw a drink. At that point, Kiana pushed her hand away, and then Deborah decided to take the glass and hit Kiana in the head, and that's when Kiana started to steal off on Deborah, and that's when Deborah's other friends, which are Ashley's other friends, decided to yank Kiana by her hair down to the ground so Deborah could get on top of her, and she basically got jumped. I tried to Google it. I can't find a complete video, and we don't have enough time to break it down. I have a video, if y'all want to see, that I shared on my community tab while I broke down the fight. Y'all can go and check that. But it happened exactly the way I said it. Okay, never mind. Barb Meets World sent me some clips. Okay, let me see. Okay, she sent me some clips. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Barb. See, Barb comes in. See, that's what a Barb's supposed to do, period. We all love ourselves a Barb, unless they, one of Nicki Minaj's, then we gotta, take a step back. But this, Barb is not like those other Barbs. Okay? Let's see. So this is what I saw. Now, y'all, you see what I'm saying? Now, look, she chunks the glass, she pushes her, and then she throws a glass at that lady's face. She throws a glass at her face, and then Kiana starts to steal off on the bitch. That's how it happened. And y'all see how fake. This is how I'm saying these bitches ain't your friend, Candace. Sharice is a motherfucking liar because Sharice was not falling all over the place trying to take the bottle out y'all hand. She a motherfucking lie. Did y'all see Sharice fall? Did y'all see anybody step on Sharice's foot? Sharice is a motherfucking liar. You know damn well Candace did not cause, and you were not in the melee. You were not at all. You are a liar, Sharice. You are a hard-wigged liar. Talking about, I hurt my foot trying to take that bottle out your hand, Candace. What was you talking? What was you thinking? What were you gonna do with that bottle, girl? The bottle was only in her hand for 1 second, and y'all took it right out. You're a liar. I'm trying not to get myself upset. This shit pissed me the fuck off, y'all. All right. Now, after Candace explains what happens, right? Andy asks her, okay, but did you call her vermin or any of those things? Candace said, I only called her those things after she got in my face and I said that I did not want to talk to her, and she tried to continue the conversation. I said, I don't want to talk to this vermin. I turned my back and I started dancing, and then she threw a drink at me. Now, this is when Karen, for some reason, asks her to go over it again. So we go over it again, and this is when Mia decides to say, Candace, see, you can't do that. You can't do that, Candace. See, because, you just can't provoke or antagonize a situation. Candace decides to say at this point, I can defend myself how I see fit. If somebody's coming at me, I have a right to defend myself. And I'm sitting here like I know damn well. You know, the 6'8" Sasquatch with a baseball hand, throwing drinks in Miami, Miami cheap ass bars are not the one trying to tell Candace what she can and cannot do. I know that you're not the one who doing that. Okay, so if that's the case, when you decided to say that you didn't want to go to something low budget, and then she talked about your mom, then that was fair game, right? Because you provoked and antagonized a conversation, and then you got a response. It's giving fucking hypocrite. It's giving fucking hypocrite. And it's really pissing me off because once again, Candace is being blamed for something that is Ashley's fault. That's Ashley's fault. Michael got something else in his mouth, y'all. Like, it's not fair. And then at this point, Candace is so frustrated. Candace is frustrated that she says, I'm not expecting any of y'all to fight for me because I'm by myself. I'm by myself. And she starts to break up, and she didn't cry, but she starts to, to break up and have like, an emotional moment. And this is when, and mind you, all of this was brought on because Giselle had blamed it all on them. Because Andy, for some reason, decides to blame, to ask Giselle, who wasn't even there, right? Ask her, so Giselle, because you are such an expertise in this, and because we care so much about what you feel and your opinion on this show, who do you feel started the argument, even though that you weren't there? And she says, Wendy, Candace, Kiana, and Deborah all started the fight. It's all their faults. I'm just confused how the fuck Wendy get into it. And then, she decides to try to take Wendy out of it. I'll take Wendy out of it. Oh, thank you, Giselle. Thank you for taking us out of it. Because your opinion matters so motherfucking much. Thank you for removing my name out of an altercation I had nothing to do with after you initially just threw my name in there because you're such a hateful bitch. Thank you, Giselle. I appreciate that, girl. You the best. Girl, what? Like, this, y'all, this gotta be, I gotta be getting punked. So like I said, Candace is breaking down, trying to hold herself together. We move on. Kiana comes out. Ashley gives a fake ass apology to Kiana. Kiana accepts it, but Kiana basically lets us know what happened. She says that Candace is minding her own business, right? Deborah decides to come over to Candace's location, decides to enter herself into her domain and decides that she wants to approach Candace, right? And Candace does not want to talk to her. She proceeds to throw a drink on Candace. I push her away to try to de-escalate the situation. And then she hit me in the face with a glass. And then it just went up from there. And it was up and it was stuck. And when I mean stuck, I mean my foot up her ass. So, and then, this is when, like I said, Ashley gives another fake ass apology. Kiana turns to her and says, I appreciate the apology. Andy says, so how do you really feel about the apology? She says, I appreciate it, but, yeah. She gives a lot of aftermath apologies, like you didn't try to not start the mess, but you like to start it. And then after everything happens, you give a fake ass apology, but that's what you do. And then, Ashley's like, how do I give an aftermath apology? Because big head, you already knew that Deborah had already lied on Candace's husband, had already lied on Wendy's husband, and had already started threatening Candace on social media saying, you'll see me again. We'll see what happens if you have all of that mouth then. You heard her say all of these things on social media because you can see whatever Candace says. I'm sure you can see what your motherfucking best friend is saying about Candace on the show and online, right? Now you bring this woman you bring this woman to your own fashion show where Candace is. You knew damn well what it was going to be before it even happened. The girl came in there dressed to fight because we all know Deborah don't have any expensive clothes. Everything Deborah look like it came from Kmart, and that shit been closed. So we already know it's age 2. Get from over there. Go home now. But you brought Deborah there to continue this argument. You brought her there. You brought her there for the conflict, and that's the problem that we're talking about. And you insult our intelligence when you say these things, and then you said, "Well, I thought that you and Deborah were going to be able to hash things out." You're a motherfucking liar. You're a liar. A big-headed, thumb-head liar. You thumb-headed liar. You waffle-headed liar. You toaster-headed, you refrigerator-head liar. You deep freezer forehead asshole. You a liar. I can't stand these girls. I do not like to review a show like this. See, my last review, I think that I did pretty good. I was trying not to roast too much, but my vitriol for these women, I cannot. I really dislike these people, y'all, and this is not healthy. I don't know these bitches. I should not have this much disdain, okay? But like I was saying, you decided to bring her there for that specific reason, to start conflict. You just didn't know that Kiana would be a casualty in that she would be collateral damage, and that also your friend would have got her ass beat. You didn't calculate that. And this is when, she thinks, Kiana thinks, not Giselle, but she thanks, Karen for, caring about her and being such a motherly figure for her in that moment. And, they asked if Giselle reached out. Giselle said no because I was dealing with my dad. No, bitch, you didn't reach out because you knew that she was defending Candace, and you didn't fuck with that. So you didn't want to reach out to her. So you said, if you get your ass whooped trying to defend Candace, that's your own business. That's how you really felt. Although I could be wrong, because who knows how you feel about the whole situation. I can't tell what your emotions are. I can only know that you are a saggy-necked, thick-legged, varicose vein ass bitch. That's all I can really say about it. Whose wigs never have a closure. I just want to know why your ankles are so swollen, Giselle. See, the reason that your ankles are so swollen like that is because you're a salty ass bitch. See, if you didn't retain so much sodium, your legs and your ankles wouldn't bloat like that. But because you're so hateful, that's exactly what you get. You're a nasty individual, disgusting individual, irreprehensible, vile, gutter snipe. You and Ashley and Robin. And Robin, while you're sitting here like this, while Candace is sitting here crying, that's the same face I hope you have when we discuss you getting fired. See, you paper thin lip bitches, I can't stand these girls, y'all. That's that. So she says she thanks Karen. She thanks all the women for welcoming her. She says that, she has a relationship with Giselle's stylist, Kyle. Kyle, the one who be dressing like Macy Gray, the one who be wearing them Lauryn Hill head wraps. That's Kyle, the one who be giving Giselle these beauty store heavenly beauty wigs from the synthetic section. That Kyle, the one who be dressing Giselle to look a damn mess every single time she comes onto the screen. That Kyle. And y'all, there were no, after that, they asked Kiana, if she had any more words, Kiana, said what she said and she left. And that was the end of the episode, y'all. And that's a wrap on Real Housewives of Potomac season 8, part 3, reunion. Now we got some other stuff to talk about. So I